Greetings to all. My name is Pang Xuan, and this is my outcome analysis and thought of awareness towards heritage conservation. Here is the brief recap of my group analysis from 4 different heritage buildings, both local and international. First, I'm going to talk about the outcome analysis of the group project. From what I see, every heritage building has its own significant values, and those values can be observed from their historical background. The values also are highly impact from the building surrounding context and the local cultural context. For example, Masjid Kampung Laut focus more on memory of religious. The mission house has historical value on the community, and the Leap House focus more on aesthetic value to attract people, while Majestic Theatre showcase the evolution of religious culture to entertainment. We can know a lot of history by looking at the architectural style of it. For example, Masjid Kampung Laut showcase regional Malay vernacular style while focus on the climate and the craftsmanship, while the post-modernism on the Leap House show that how architects exploring new styles. For Mission House and Majestic Theatre have a mixture of Western and local style due to exposure of European taste of style. There are various ways of conservation found in our group analysis. Masjid Kampung Laut and the Leap House both uses the method of relocation and restoration, while Mission House and Majestic Theatre uses the method of restoration and renovation, all according to principle of ecomos and conservation. Group analysis, a few principles and methods can be listed into consideration for Istana Bandar Tamasha Jugra. Moving on to discussion on appreciation and importance of architectural heritage and conservation. In the 7 Lamps of Architecture Memory, John Ruskin stated that a building should reflect the culture of what it was before, informing the culture that followed. Majestic Theatre was an iconic building that provides entertainment. Unfortunately, Majestic Theatre, the building now transformed into a betting center by new owner. This has shocked many heritage conservationists, as locals also hope that it can become a more culture-relatable center. There is tangible factors that resulting the current status of the building. This can be assumed that the surrounding building brings more attractiveness towards local people and tourists. As the theatre now has become a betting center, the building itself is not allowed to promote. Thus, this lack to attract tourists. Many conservationists and architects has proposed some solution of transforming it into another usage and hope to raise awareness towards public. Besides, the possible intangible factors that might be the culture of Singaporeans has slightly changed compared to the past, as the youngsters prefer a more modern places. Thus, Chinatown is now just a heritage site of tourist hotspot. It was glad that the current owner did not demolish the overall building structure and facade, and until today the facade of the building is still telling its story despite its content, and it was listed into one of the conservation building in Singapore government. Although the building is now adapted to modern era, the facade of the building is still telling its story. The whole architecture is still reflect its connection to Singapore's Cantonese community, as evidenced by its mosaic depicting dragons of Chinese folklore along its tile facade that showcase scenes from Cantonese opera. It also incorporates Western architectural sensibility that reflect how the Cantonese community attempt to navigate a Western environment while holding on their Cantonese roots. But not least, the reason I choose this building, as I hope to bring awareness on how important it is to conserve a heritage building. Heritage conservation is not only restoring the facade of structure, but also applying principles and rules. Only then we are expecting the culture reflect on the building. I believe that many also saw the potential on further development of Majestic Theatre more than just a betting center. The solution are are eagerly proposed by many. Furthermore, Majestic Theatre in Penang that restored together with architects and governments, the heritage site is slowly growing by its own. Thus, with example, I hope Majestic Theatre Singapore can regain its glory. Thank you.